live.
Alright, bro, check it in. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first and foremost, before we get started, we're going to face the east. We give all honor and glory and power to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
I'm going to say double honors to our elders, our great apostle, great millstone, GMS, who will and teach well, being great example to Israel. All right, man, the elect. I'm going to say peace and blessings to the hope of the elect on the four corner, pushing the truth and sincerity. All right, that great song. We the GMS Memphis Capital once again, edited again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, the prophesy the downfall of America, aka Babylon the Great, which ought to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, as we continue to come out here week in and week out, in season, out of season, to usher in the kingdom of our Lord and Savior, who the word ignorant called Jesus Christ, his name in the Hebrew, the Lashawan Kadash, meaning the holy tongue, all right, meaning Yahweh Shai, meaning he saved, he delivered. Because he is our Redeemer, man. All right, and through his blood, through the crucifixion, we was able to be brought back in the good grace of the Lord Yahweh. All right, as we return to him in spirit and in truth. All right, I want to start with this Revelation 6. And we're going to start at 8. He's going in on this devil, man. All right, understanding who the power of the earth, brother, hold Job 9:24. Go ahead, Doc.
Con, this is the book of Revelation,
And
chapter.
Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters be edified. You know why we let it all down, man.
Con,
Go ahead.
Con, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, and verse 8.
Right.
And it reads, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death.
Right, and his name was Death. It speaks by the so-called white man. All right, that red horse. You know, but when you go back into this, John, the Revelator, he received a vision. This is what revelation means. All right, to reveal. All right, man, he was shown the secrets, man. He was shown the end times, man. So what he is saying right here, he saw this. All right, in the time that we living into now, it's gonna come to fruition. So it's gonna be manifested before our eyes. Understanding who this is right here, that death following him. All right, death and hell. Go ahead, Doc.
Yep, and it says in verse 8, and it says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name, and it says that his name that sat on him was Death.
Right,
and,
Death.
And it says, and hell followed with him.
And hell followed him. When you think about the so-called white man, everywhere he goes throughout the country, what happened? All right, he destroyed. It's like hell followed him. When he get down with that country, it's you know what I'm saying, complete disaster, man. He done ran that country down through that. You know, through his way, his deception, man. All right, and his sword, what he was blessed with. See, go ahead.
I got precept.
Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk 2.
2:5.
I'm just gonna get to a point.
Okay.
This Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine.
Right, and that wine going to philosophies. When you think about his democracy, you know, his false legislation, he thrived out there. You know what I'm saying? That's part of his soul. That's part of his poison. When you think about the so-called white man, one of his characteristics is the snake. All right, so this is one of his poisons right here. Go ahead, Doc.
He is a proud man, neither keep it at home.
Right, he's a proud man, but he need to keep it at home. Because when he got sanctions over they're not all over the earth. See? Go ahead.
Who enlargeth his desire is hell.
Right, you see that? He enlarged his desires of hell. As we read in Revelation the 6th chapter, it says death, right? But hell following him. Go ahead.
And could not be satisfied.
He cannot be satisfied by the blood that he shed. See that? That's how you know this talking about the so-called white man. all right, which the earth was given unto him for a particular time, not forever, all right, but a set time. You got to talk about.
But he gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
There you go. You see that? That's the so-called white man when you think about the New World Order. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to gather all people. He brought all people to him. He brought to be under his subjection. All right, you can think of the Charagma. You know, that's what he's going throughout the four corners of the earth to do, man, to push his agenda throughout our nation. You got a little more?
That was the point.
All right, go ahead with that.
Now, back in Revelation chapter 6 and verse 8, and it reads, "And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death,
Right.
and hell followed with him,
There you go.
and power was given unto them."
Right, see, power was given unto him. All right, now let's see. Go to Job 9:24.
This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges
Now
thereof.
bring it back one more time, Micah. It just said that power was given unto him, right? And the key word is given. So who doing the leaning? All right, the Heavenly Father Yahweh, man. All right, you gotta understand that when you go into Jeremiah, he said the king's heart's in the hands of the Lord. All right, so here it is, the Most High controlling this devil, man. He gave this devil the power. See, this devil didn't get it out the mud as he being proud to boast himself of. That's not him. The Lord did that. You see? And the Lord better do this too. The Lord better take him out of power. Go ahead. Read it again. Da-da-da.
This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Right, see, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Go ahead.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Right, because we all know when it comes down to dwelling in Babylon, the main thing a person want to quote, only God can judge me. So here it is, he covered the judges thereof. What do you have? You have Edomites in the seat of who's supposed to be God and who's supposed to be Jesus. When you think about God, it's the picture of what? A so-called white man. When you think about Jesus, which his name is Yahweh Shai, but his depiction is what? A so-called white man. He covered the faces of the judges. When you think about the Israelites, because we know they're judges too. All right? And what? He proclaimed himself to be the Israelites. He was about what? A pale skin. You see that? Who did that? Who got the power to do that? The so-called white man. As known as what the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. All right? What backed that up? First Maccabees 3 and 48.
Precept.
Go ahead.
2 Thessalonians 2 and verses 3 and 4. Let no man deceive you by any means.
Right. Go ahead.
Yeah, bro, you still in Job 9 and 24?
Yeah.
Get that word in the blue letter, cover it. Right, it said, let no man deceive you by any means.
Hey, yeah, because when a person reads Revelation the 13th chapter, Revelation the 1st chapter, and they starting to see, okay, he said he got a skin, but hers like wool, but like it's been burned in the furnace, dealing with the skin, like, you know, people start second guessing. Especially those that now starting to come into the truth. You know, they starting to pick up the Bible, reading themselves. Like, hold on, it's confusion right there. Because this whole time I've been brought up in Babylon to believe that God was a so-called white man, but I'm reading like, he gotta be a fucking so-called nigga. According to skin color, test according to the Bible. Right? Go ahead and talk about. But it said, let no man deceive thee. Go ahead.
For that day shall not come. So like, I'm going to start back.
Go ahead.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Right?
And that man of sin be revealed.
And that's what's happening now. Through the spirit of probably how by some shot. That man of sin, he saw Eden, and mercy called us shot. He being revealed through who? The prophets. You see that? This the time. Alright? Go ahead.
the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High.
That's right.
Or that is worshipped. So that as the Most High, Salaki, so that he as power seated in the temple of the Most High.
Right, because when you think about the so-called white man, Esau Edom, who the earth is given it to, when you think about the elites, the banker families, you got the Rothschilds, the Rockefeller, the Oppenheimer, the DuPont, the Getty, the Hunt. All right, when you think about all these, the elites, the Illuminati, the banker families, this fit them, man. These fit them and went to the T. Read that again, that little part. What again? Once again, we're talking about that little part right there.
It says,
Sit in the temple of the Most High.
so that he as power seated in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High.
Why? Because look, when you look around, you got cameras. See, Most High is the all-seeing power. But here it is, Esau with his technology, that's what he's trying to become. He's trying to become the all-seeing. All right, he got a godlike complex. We're thinking about the Karagma, the RFID chip, all right, the microchip, all right, which is going to be implanted in 2/3. All right, and those that don't figure how about Shema Shai, he'll be able to control you. See, the so-called white man, he got a godlike complex, but it was given up to him for a particular time. See that? Go ahead and talk about it.
That was it. That was the point.
Go ahead now.
This is back in the
With the cover. They got to wear a cover.
Yeah.
This is cover in the Blue Letter Bible.
Yeah, from Job 9 and 24.
And the translation is kasak, and the outline biblical usage is to cover, to conceal, hide.
See, hidden. It said
Yeah.
to hide,
Yeah,
meaning what we was hidden.
Yeah.
You know, when you go into what's that Psalms, the 83rd chapter?
Yeah, go to Psalms 83 and 4.
You know, we them hidden ones. You know?
Yep.
Go-
Yep. But I wanna you got it? Yeah. Alright, go ahead. So it said conceal.
Right?
Go ahead.
This is concealed in the etymology, early 14th century. It said to keep closed or secret.
Right, it said to keep closed and secret. You see that? But it's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai that we've been awakened. Remember he said he's going to call us out of darkness to his marvelous light. Right now, our people still in darkness. It's still a mystery to certain individuals. But it's this secret and this mystery only known to who? The elect, man. Go ahead, Op.
It said to keep closed or secret for beer to divulge. It said hid, conceal, hide, conceal, dissimulate. And it says to hide or shield from observation. Yeah.
Remember, this devil had the power to do this. When he came into control and into power, going back to the 1500s to 1600s, he had power to do this. You see that? It called iconoclasm, whitewash. All right, all the images in the scriptures, man, and made it to his likeness. That's where you get it. First Maccabees 3 and 48. In his likeness, he matter of fact, grab it real quick. First Maccabees 3 and 48, real quick. They're gonna explain more to you, man.
Why he grabbing that? This is concealed from the Merriam-Webster dictionary.
Go ahead.
To prevent disclosure or recognition of. Conceal the truth.
Yeah, he concealed the truth, man. See that? He tried to hide it. You see that? But it was only for so long. All right? Go ahead.
That was it. He got it.
This is First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law.
Right, he said he laid open the book of the law. What is the book of the law? When you go to Baruch 4 and Baruch 4, who am I doing? You're going to show you the book of the law. Cause you got only Old Testament Israelites, then you got only New Testament Israelites, then you just got only the New and Old Testament. No, what Apocrypha is? So you gotta have the whole book. So this what the Lord make a distinction in right here. You got it?
Yeah. This is Baruch chapter 4 verse 1.
Let's hear it.
This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever.
Right, this the book. And we read after what? The Apocrypha. So it gotta have the Old Testament and New Testament in it, right? It's called a 1611. All right, King James, man. Go ahead.
All they that keep it shall come to life,
Right.
but such as leave it shall die.
Right, so this is the book of the commandments. The whole Bible. The new, the old, and the Apocrypha, meaning between the testaments, man. Alright, now go back to it.
Yeah, hey, and to prove, since we in the Apocrypha, right, before we jump back, real quick, go to, is that First Maccabees? Is it the 6? Where it tells you that, they stopped us from professing, because link that up with Psalms 83. They stopped us from being able to profess ourselves as Jews. I get it real quick. The brother know where it's at. Yeah, Second Maccabees 6. 6, right? Started 4.
This is Second Maccabees.
Read 3. Yep, start at 3. Right?
This is Second Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 3. The coming of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people.
Right, which the mischief is talking about the mischief that Antiochus, or some say Antiochus, the Seleucid dynasty during the time of the Greeks, was bringing upon the Israelites. Right? Go ahead.
For the temple was filled with riot
It was known as Hellenization. Right? Go ahead.
and reveling by the Gentiles who dallied with harlots and had to do with women within the circus of the holy places. And besides that, brought in things that were not lawful.
They brought in things that were not lawful into the temple. Right. Because as he read First Maccabees 3 and 48, it said that they laid open the book of the law where they had sought to paint the likeness of their images. So not just the likeness of their images, but also their heathenistic customs. They thought to implement it into our holy temple. All right, our inheritance was perverted by these heathens. All right, and defiled. The temple was defiled. Right? Go ahead. Remember, we read 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. It says, he as power, right? Because it said he as God. Well, it means power. With him being in a position as power, what did he do? All right? He took on the nationality of God's chosen people, of Israel. Okay? And he set himself up to be the chosen people, to be identified as the chosen people. Right? That's why the Lord said, let no man deceive you, because that's been the greatest deception that has ever been on the planet Earth. And if you don't know the history, you won't understand the mystery. So this is the history between the Old Testament and the New Testament.
There you go.
Job 9 and 24, right? The Maccabees explain the whole concept of how we became Gentiles.
Yeah.
And why Apostle Paul was saying there's no difference between Jew or Greek. Why Apostle Paul was saying, ye know that ye were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols.
That's
He
right.
said, brethren, be not ignorant of spiritual gifts, because the spiritual gifts only belong to the Israelites.
That's it.
You got it, bro.
This is back in 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 5. The altar also was filled with profane things,
Yep.
which the law forbidden. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep the 7 days or ancient fast, or to profess himself in all to be a Jew.
Or slow down, or profess himself in all to be a Jew. So you gotta understand, this was centuries before our Lord and Savior Yahushua came on the scene.
Hit the earth.
So you talk about generation after generation after generation of our people lost because they were afraid to profess their own identity because they'd be put to death.
Hey, we're going to First Maccabees 1 and 42.
Now, How do we know that the Apocrypha is canonical, which they say is non-canon?
Right.
Right? Because all of the precepts link right up.
I'm talking about.
Right? Go to Psalms 84. You got it up. It's Psalms 83. You make a point. Go ahead.
Like you said, it's canon because for one, Hanukkah in it. You know?
Exactly.
And our Lord what kept the feast of dedication
Right.
in the New Testament.
Right. Well, I think there's John 10 and John the 10th chapter, right? Which the Hanukkah is known as the Feast of Dedication. The Feast of Dedication was set up during the time of the Greeks and the Hasmonean dynasty, which is the Maccabees. The Maccabees, Judas Maccabees, they rededicated the temple after all of this defiling went on. And when you read in the New Testament, Yahweh Shah, he was at the Feast of Dedication. So guess what? He recognized it as a holy day.
Yeah, and also too, make another point. They say they couldn't profess themselves. Then you look at today's society, you got celebrities. I know what you're talking about.
Right.
You got celebrities that try to come out and say they're Israelite. What happened? They got to write a whole essay,
they get ridiculed.
apologize.
Yeah.
They call them anti.
Yeah, they get deemed anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it forced them to what? Apologize.
Yep.
And then ultimately what? As the scripture said, they stopped themselves with what? Proclaim themselves being what? Israelites.
Yep.
Same thing. Ain't nothing new under the sun. The same thing how the devil work, man. You know, go ahead with that out.
Come on, this is Psalms 83 and verse 4.
Start at 3.
All right, come.
You got your sword.
Come, this is Psalms 83 and verse 3.
Right.
And it reads, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people."
They have taken crafty counsel against our people. Go ahead.
And it says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against our hidden ones.
Yep.
All right? Who is they talking about? Israel. Now, when you go into it, it's going to name all these nations. Right?
Yep.
Read.
And it says in verse 4, they have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation."
Come, let us cut them off. Meaning
Yep.
what? Read.
"That the name of Israel may be no more in
So the
remembrance."
spirit of these people has always been identified in the Bible before they even came into their power. Because this is the Psalms. This was written by David and Solomon, man.
Yep.
So the war against Israel and Amalek, as it says, what's that in the book of, what's that in Numbers? The Lord shall have war with Amalek from generation to generation. It might not be Numbers, I might be quoting. It's Exodus, right? So even if we go as far as to break down who Alexander the Greek and Philip the Macedonian go back to, it's found right there in Apocrypha. The records trace from the Apocrypha through the Old Testament, tracing Haman the Agagite, right? all the way to Alexander the Great, man.
All the way back.
Okay?
All the way back, man.
So it's there. Of course they're going to take that information out of the Bible, because that's a track record identifying Esau, Edom as who he is.
Yeah.
You know? Is he called himself Greeks, Romans? Today he's European, American, Caucasian, so forth and so on. Well, all of that secular history that he honors and he reverences and he worships, okay, it identifies him.
Yeah. And like the brother that mentioned, go with the Bible destruction group.
Right, because nobody, the Bible destruction group, right?
Yeah.
Which, I think that was like 1826, okay? But long before that came about, you gotta understand, the scriptures are identifying the spirit of these people.
That's it.
You see?
That's it.
Going all the way back to Genesis, the 25th chapter, hey, what did Esau say? He ain't gonna rest until he kill his brother.
And then he said, my father's death is at hand, then will I slay my brother.
Then I slay my brother Jacob.
That perpetual hatred. But it's a characteristic that we see right now still upon these so-called white people, which are Edomites according to the scriptures.
Yep.
But it goes deeper than that, because go back to Genesis, the 4th chapter, where he put images between the sea and the water.
3rd chapter.
The 3rd chapter. You know? Well,
Yeah.
go ahead on that.
Like, it traces all the way back to,
Hey, all the way
of course,
back.
to the, wherever Esau's spirit was, it could be identified even all the way back, like the brother said, to Genesis.
Yeah, because they can't explain why Cain killed Abel. You gotta remember that spirit that go ahead and put into Cain. Cain, that was just a wicked one. Abel is the righteous. Yeah, here it is, got Esau. The same thing being played out, nothing new on the sun. Esau being the wicked one, and what Jacob being the righteous one.
Yeah.
Right now, to this day and now, we're living in so-called black and white. So-called white person being the wicked one, and here it is, so-called black man being the righteous one. The same thing, man. The
Yeah, but they
protagonist
flipped
and
it. But they flipped it.
Yep,
They flipped it.
They flipped it.
See,
They
see,
themselves.
Salaka, go ahead.
Nah, they flipped it because here it is. They call themselves righteous. You know what I'm saying? Pure, holy. But them the wicked ones, man.
Right.
Them the evil ones. They put black on us because you see what black means. It means what? Borderlight, wickedness, you know, darkness. You know, really, they're the true white people, man.
Yeah.
So what you gonna say?
But they created their social class of white and black in 1681.
Yeah,
Which links right back up with Psalms 83 and 4, what he read now, right? Because the whole thing is to cover up and conceal the true identity of God's chosen people.
Right, bro.
You got it all.
And because they will keep us from being a nation.
Right.
Yep. No. Go ahead.
Yeah, back in Psalms 83 and verse 4, and it reads, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Right, so they try to really keep our heritage away from us. But it was written.
Yep.
You know, when you go into Jeremiah 4:17, all right, we just we're gonna just continue from our heritage that the Lord had gave us. Yeah, it was written, but it's more to how Esau had put the confusion in the earth to keep us from being a nation. You remember where the apostle said one of the Edomites rolled down on them in a limousine?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, shit, how the hell y'all get this information?
Yeah.
You know, we paid trillions of dollars to hide this information. Nigga, the Lord.
Yep.
All right, you how about Shemal Shah calls this, man? It was written.
Yep.
All right? When you think about Revelation, the 3rd chapter, after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life shall enter to them, and they shall stand upon their feet. All right? Our nigga was the company. That 3 days and a half is already been, man. And the Spirit of life shall enter to them. All right, that means what? The understanding. He revealing his secrets to his servants, the prophets. All right? So that's why this devil can't hide. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, finishing up in Psalms 83 and verse 4, and it reads, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation,
Right.
that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Right, so this ain't just the so-called white man. The other nation got paws in it too.
Yep.
As they continue to lick the wounds, all right, to continue to have a hedge over us to make us suffer even more. The other nations, so-called Africans, the Arabs, the Arabs, all right, they all play a part in this, man, to keep us from being a nation. Go ahead.
But number one is who?
Esau.
He's gonna tell you.
Huh. And it says in verse 5, for they have consulted together with one another.
Right. With that one consent, when you think about the round table, when the UN and the other nations meet, the NATO and the UN, you got all the other nations meet at that round table.
Yeah, the
That's the
European
consent.
The European Union.
Right, that's the consent of them being on one accord to keep what Israel from being the chosen people. Go ahead.
So like, it says in verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent.
See, with one consent. Go
Yep.
ahead.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against who? Us.
Yep.
Bro, it ain't hard to tell, man. It ain't hard to tell who own these damn businesses, man. Who own these businesses in America? Jake been here since day one. They born in America. Still can't get a motherfucking loan. Start their own fucking lawn service. Start their own business. You know, you trying to get a barber shop or something, you gotta go through so much fucking problem. But here these other nations come over here, it's granted to them just like that.
Yeah, but see, even those businesses that Jake opened up, them not real resources.
Nah, come on, bro.
That's just a consumer. That's just like another damn, what's the word for it? Pretty much it keeps you on that same wheel, like that hamster on the wheel. But it's not setting up any true wealth.
Nah,
Jake,
it ain't at all.
Jake tried to set up a farm, or Jake tried to set up a bank. Jake tried to own a gas station. Jake gonna get denied.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get Jake a loan for a goddamn barber shop, a goddamn coffee shop.
Yeah, what that is, the laundromat.
Right,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
his credit
Jake
gonna
did
have his credit gonna have to be superb, you know, versus the heathen can come with a lower what's the word, credit score, right?
It's great.
And that's where they got the red lining,
Yeah.
you know. But it's ultimately to keep Jake at the bottom.
That's it.
Keep Jake has to be the majority that consumes the goods,
That's it.
not
Yeah,
produce the goods.
All right.
You got it, bro.
It's beautiful because it's going to go right back to Revelation, the 6th chapter as we read it. So go ahead,
And then it says in verse 6 in Psalms 83, the tabernacles of Edom.
Yep. See, stop right there.
So that's the head. Yeah. Meaning
Ring
what?
leader.
The earth is given to who?
The hands of the wicked.
Esau Edom. He the first one on the chopping block,
The
man.
ring leader.
Why? Because the earth is given up to him. See, everybody got a sum up to his power. You know what I'm saying? You know how somebody just got all the money. You got a link over here just to, you know what I'm saying, get some money. That's how the other nations is, man, because
But
he
Esau
possesses
know.
power.
Esau know that in order for him to maintain his power, he gotta have the sons of God.
You got to.
You gotta have the Israelites. You gotta have the most powerful people, nation of people in your subjection if you want your kingdom to thrive.
Yeah.
Just look around.
Go back to us, man.
What's popping without us?
Shit.
Name one aspect of this man's kingdom that's popping without us. And even if you think it ain't us, it's us. Every sport, you know, every car that's cool to drive, every piece of clothing that's cool to wear. You know, look what Michael Jordan did. Nike won shit.
To Jordan hit the same thing.
You know, and even with Adidas and the other brands, you had Moses Malone, you had Jake, salt of the earth.
Versace.
Yeah.
Tupac made Versace.
Yeah.
You know
Esau
what I'm
wear
saying,
them
baby.
$200-300 ass running shoes, but don't nobody else wear them.
Yeah.
But guess what? The shoes he buy, they actually of a higher quality than where we were. If you check the soles in the goddamn Nikes, if you ever pay attention to Edomites that run or walk, they don't wear Nikes.
Yeah.
They might wear Asics. You might, but Jake don't wear Asics unless he on the goddamn track team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jake wear Nike, Jordan, and them shoes is the regular goddamn shoes you can buy. We were playing ball last week.
Hey, Jake, what's the brother name?
Goddamn.
Yeah, John, what's his name?
I can't remember the brother's name.
Joshua?
Joshua,
Yeah,
Joshua. He had some fucking J's on. Them bitch started flopping. And he ain't do nothing but you know, he just got on the court with them hoes.
And these supposed to be the retros. These supposed to be the
Yeah, what it was?
I'm 13.
13.
What they call the black cats.
What up, boy? This is right here. Them motherfuckers. Oh, there, no, but Jay, they true, man.
But Jake's been in front.
200.
Nah, shit.
200-300.
You
on the
lucky
ball
if you can
game.
spend 200 on them now.
Yeah, 200.
But them retros, them $300-400 now. The price kind of going up and the quality going down.
Man went on the court for 2 minutes. I don't know start blocking.
I got a pre-sale.
You know, and then they ain't even look bad.
Nah, not for the soul to be coming off of them like
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, they look brand
Matter of
new.
fact, if you sold the soul back on, the shoes damn near look brand new.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Judah 5:20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in the nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest they Lord defend them, and their power be for them, and we become a reproach before our words.
Got it.
That's just going back what you said, because of Jake, like the other nation don't got us in captivity, in subjection to them. you know, pretty much they do. But we commit sin, we go off.
They possess their power.
Yeah, they got their lordship. The Most High pretty much give us into their hands.
Yeah.
You know, but we come back onto them and repent and start committing iniquity, right? We can be on top. That's why Revelation 12 chapter say he is the accuser of our brethren. That's why he constantly put what? Pork in front of us. He advertised it with the television. He made pork cheap and lamb high, right? He put pork in everything. Pork in lemonade, pork in the Irish Spring, so forth and so on, man. You know, he put with the music, right? And all this music, rap music, black culture is all programming you what to do what? More wickedness. Like commit adultery, so forth and so on. How to scam, how to finesse.
Yeah. And because that's how America became great. You know what I'm saying? Out the backs of the Latino and the American and Spanish.
Yep. Hey, let's go right back to that Psalms 83. They confederacy against us, man. You know, cause Esau know we don't commit sin, cause he knows sin is our kryptonite.
That's right.
Sin is our downfall.
Yeah. He played it, you know, that their mind game upon Israel. Yeah. You know, but it come with what his deception. See, this is sword. That's one of his swords, man, deception. So he deceived the people. You see? So go ahead, Revelation 6. And then we are told
Revelation 6.
Yeah,
I just go. I ain't gonna.
I got you. It's like two more hours.
It's cool, bro. We just go to Spirit.
Start back at
Hey, can I add something?
Yeah.
You know, y'all talking about how we basically, if we wasn't here, this country wouldn't be as, you know, rich as it is. And, you know, we also fought and won a war for them too. You know?
Exactly.
So, you know, and we don't get no credit.
Nah.
all right, this part of Wisdom of Solomon 5:1.
Oh, it's another scripture. Yeah, they make no account for the language. Yeah.
That's Zechariah.
What you speaking on?
It's another scripture too. Yeah, but it's another scripture to talk about. Yeah, that's a key one, but it's another one in the Old Testament. They talk about.
I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to find. I know what you're talking about. The man go to war.
I can't think of it right now. Go ahead, bro. Don't worry about it. Let's just keep going to Spirit. We ain't gonna.
You said 9.
Keep the flow.
Revelation 6 and verse 9. It says, and when he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High, and for the testimony.
Bag it up. I say what now?
It says, Revelation 6 and 9. And when he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High.
Right. Who are those slain for the word of the Most High? The prophets. Remember, this is John the Revelator. He's seeing this vision. And that the angel had, revealed unto him. So he saw us in Babylon the Great right now in these times going through these events. Right? Go ahead. But he said under the altar, I saw them that was went out.
He said, of them that were slain for the word of the Most High.
They was killed for the word of Yahweh by Shah. Go ahead.
It says, and for the testimony which they held.
Right. See, the testimony is what? The spirit of Yahweh Shah, meaning what? The spirit of prophecy. You see that? So here it is. Us coming out here. Hey, it's a sure chance that we could be put to death or beheaded for the witness of Yahweh by Shah. When you think about it, Jehovah's Witness, they believe that they the 144,000. But the key word is being a witness.
That's right.
You see that? But we the witnesses because the witnesses have what?
Testimony.
The witnesses know.
Right.
As the secrets have been revealed unto us. See, Yahweh Shah said everything that he have heard from his father, he had made known unto us. All right. So when you think about Revelation, get Revelation 19 and 10 real quick. How much more talking about?
Nah, I'm just agreeing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, get Revelation 19 and 10 real quick. We'll go right back into this right
This Revelation 19 and 10. and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see that I do it not. I am that fellow servant.
Right, so he talking to the angel. Right? The angel telling him, hey, no, I'm not brethren, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get up. You know, go ahead.
I am that fellow servant, and of that brethren that have the testimony
Now, and that's the key point too, a testimony. See, testimony goes back to what? Testify. Testicles, meaning what to have balls. That's why they going off in the court system. If I may add, a woman being a judge. All right, because a woman don't have balls. A woman don't have testicles, man. Men have testicles. You see that? But here it is. We right now holding court in the street. You know, Jake always say that. I'm going to hold court in the street, nigga. Fuck that shit. I ain't going back there. Nigga, we holding court in the streets, man. All right, because we out here, we got testifying against who the so-called white man, man.
Right.
But all the rape, robbing, murder, and the atrocity that he have done against what? The children of Israel, man.
Right,
So
bro.
we hold a testimony. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, back in Revelation 19 and 10,
Go ahead.
and I fell at his feet to worship him.
Right.
And he said unto me, see that I do it not. I am that fellow servant, and of that brethren that have the testimony
Right,
of
and what's really the testimony? Prophecy. See that? Prophecy is the testimony, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. And he said unto me, see that I do it not. I am that fellow servant, and of that brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
Right, see? The testimony of Yahweh Shai meaning what? The coming of our Lord. So we got the prophecy of how the Lord coming. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't coming to play no game. You see that? You said fire coming with him. All right? He said, behold, I come with fire. And his chair like a whirlwind. To what? To render his anger. And he was rebuke with flames of fire. So that's part of the prophecy, man, that Yahweh Shai is coming with. But we got that what? We got that testimony as we continue to come out here to what? To proclaim it, to speak it. Go ahead.
Back in Revelation 19 and 10, and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see that I do it not. I am that fellow servant, and of that brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
See that? So you ain't out here prophesying or speaking of future events to come. What are you doing?
Hey, can I make this
Go ahead, bro.
just back you up? It says, testify. Right, this from Psychology Today. Testify comes from the Latin word for testicle.
See that? Testicle. And meaning, hey, you gotta be bold to do this. That's why I say you gotta be bold in your Yahweh Shai. So you gotta have balls, you gotta have nuts, you gotta have well, how can I put it? You know, they come out here to yeah, you gotta have kahunas, man. You know? You gotta be ready in the spirit to come out here weekend and we got to prophesy and stand before, you know what I'm saying, the wicked one, to condemn him. You know, because it's written in Ezekiel 35, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. But you gotta have the balls to do that. You know, you gotta have the faith to do that, man. And a lot of people don't have faith. That's why they ain't out here. A lot of niggas don't have faith, man, to come out here and prophesy against this fucking devil, see your boss, see your girlfriend, see your uncle, your mama, ride up and down the street, and still have the spirit on you. You're like, fuck it. Whatever happened, happened. All right, you gotta have the spirit of the Lord on you to do these things, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Said the word testimony and testify both derive from the Latin word testes.
Yep, go ahead.
Now jump back up to Revelation 19:3 real quick. Jump to verse 3, right? Is there no, that's 21:3. So like, that's 21:3, right? The tabernacle of the Lord is with men. Right? Because men are the one that had the testicles, man. You know, I just want to back you on that point.
Go ahead, bro.
So let them read that real quick. I'm gonna finish this. In ancient Rome, two men taking an oath of allegiance. I don't even want to read that. I'm gonna skip that part. And men held their own testicles as a sign of truthfulness.
And one thing about we was growing up, I know when I was growing up in the hood and shit, they always grabbing their nuts. Nigga on everything, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just grabbing their nuts, swinging, and it's part of what?
Who made that popular though? Michael Jackson.
All right, come on, we got another
Michael
right
Jackson,
there,
the one made grabbing your
Yeah.
nuts. He made that.
Yeah. But that's a common thing in the Jake neighborhood though. Jake be grabbing their nuts, talking and shit. You know what I'm saying? But they mean what they say.
My word.
Yeah, my word is my bond, right?
All I got in this world is my balls and my word.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, but going back to what he testified, meaning what he is true. What he's saying is true, man. All right, as we continue to come out here and prophesy down we on the what? We on the spiritual stand. We hold the court right now, man. And who is the judge? The Heavenly Father. And we point at Esau. He's the motherfucker. You know, he the root problem. He the one that destroyed the earth. He the one that deceived us to believe that, you know, committing adultery was right. Eating pork and skimming laws and calves was right. You know what I'm saying? Getting a hind line, doing all this and that. He made us believe that was right. We testify against this devil, man. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
This is Revelation 21. This is Revelation 21:3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Revelation 21:3, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power.
Right, and the Most High shall be their power. Right, because the power of the Most High is ultimately his word is the most powerful thing on the planet Earth. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 8:4. Unto you, O man, are called, and my voice is to the sons of man.
Alright, bro, stop trying to stop at this fucking light. Let's go. What trying to say? Like he's creeping and shit.
Hey, he's so slow.
Let me ask through the light, man. He was going, you see how when he get right here, he want to slow down and shit.
But you gotta remember, you know, the demons hop on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He like when he get like the light,
right.
It's like, you know.
Another reason why it's gotta be men out here. You have women out here, they probably start shaking their ass when the music come through. You know? And women emotional, man.
Right.
They very distracted by what they hear. They very deceived by what they hear. You know?
But that's
the Lord, when it comes to this word, the Lord is dealing particularly with men.
I got two precepts.
Proverbs 8:4 again, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man.
Yeah, that's us coming out here prophesying. See, he ain't gonna call a woman out here. No, it's on the men. All right, his tabernacle is what the men, man. It's us. It's our duty to come out here. You know, and prophesy, make our body live a sacrifice, man. This is our war. You see? Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 34 and 31. And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power, said the Lord Yahweh.
There you go. No, the flock of his pasture is what with men's, man. Going back to what? The revelation means what? His testimony. See that? So when you get Ezekiel 9:4, those men that are signed and crying about abomination, those the men's, man. All right, they had a testimony. And it's crying out to you, how about Shema Shah? That's why I say, cry to me till you make the rules my praise in the earth. Those are men that's out on the highways and the edge prophesying, man. Because Isaiah 58:1 say what? Cry loud, spare not. All right, lift our voice up like a trumpet. So we come out here prophesying. That's a part of crying to the Lord. Prophesying, man. Till he what? Till he make establish in the earth to make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. See that? Well, we must come out here and cry to the Lord when we prophesy. We're going right back into the testimony is what? The spirit of prophecy. 144.
Man,
Go ahead. Eight is what? Infinity. Forever, man. Go ahead, bro.
this is Revelation 6 and 10. It says, and they cried with a loud voice,
See that? Go ahead.
saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
You see that? How long? So here it is. We crying, you know. But guess what? He gonna make Jerusalem a praise in the earth soon, man. Because this crying is going forth. All right? And the Lord gonna hear our cry. He gonna what? He gonna bring judgment upon the earth. He gonna bring judgment, swift judgment upon Esau Edom. Read that again from the top out.
Done. Revelation 6 and 10. It says, and they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true?
Hey, we in the spirit of Ezra. Ezra like, hey, woe is me, woe is me. You know, who gonna deliver me and all that? We got the same spirit, man. Like, damn, Lord, how long? How long shall this endure? Us constantly catching hell. You know what I'm saying? Constantly, you know, having the other nations Edomites over us, man. How long?
Yeah.
How long shall this endure?
Yeah. Ain't that in Ezra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm speaking on. Go ahead.
It says, and avenge our blood on them.
Right, he got to avenge, man. I mean, well, he got to pay back the blood that was shed upon the earth. And then Numbers, what they did, number 33.
35.
All right, the land cannot be cleansed by the blood that you shed. Because innocent blood crying without, man. You see that? Go ahead.
It says, and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth.
Right, go ahead.
And white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season,
Right.
until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled.
Go ahead.
And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. The stars of heaven fell into the earth.
We see that happening. We see the stars of heaven being fed from the earth, man. Go ahead.
Even as a fig tree casted.
But that's twofold, because that's talking about the missiles.
Yeah, he got the stars, you know,
the celebrities. Yeah.
Then also,
the stars falling from heaven also represents the missiles. Warheads. Go ahead.
It says, and the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casted her untimely figs.
Yeah.
When she is shaken of the mighty wind.
Right, and that mighty wind, like bro said, the destruction. You know, go ahead.
And the heaven departed as a scroll.
And the heaven departed the scroll. When you think about the missiles, how when the motherfuckers hit, you know, it's gonna roll up as a mushroom cloud, but when it's departed, it's a scroll, man, it's gonna roll out, man. I did a lesson like that earlier. All right, let you know that the radiation, how it's gonna spread throughout the earth. Man, it's gonna roll. Come on, man. As it known that he's gonna shoot it with the prism of destruction.
Yep.
Hey, the Lord gonna wipe this place out, man. Yeah, y'all got it. Come on, go ahead.
It says, as a scroll when it is rolled together.
Right, as it rolled together. Think about an old ancient scroll. If you unroll it and then you let it go, the motherfucker roll together. You know what I mean? Quick. You know what I mean? That's how the Lord gonna do it Babylon, right?
And every mountain is laid where Salakia. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
Let's back up Amos. The earth shall rock to and fro like a drunken. Isaiah. Yeah. All right, the earth will rock to and fro like a drunken, man. What's gonna make the earth come out of its place, man? The missiles. Right, but at the same time, the Lord gonna be forming the earth, man. He be forming the earth, man. He actually putting it back as it's supposed to be. But it's gonna help out with the thermonuclear missiles, man. What caused that?
Verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and great men, and rich men, and chief captains, and mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
Right, meaning what? They're going to try to escape the judgment of the Lord. Because we all know about World War III being brewed up right now. So in the time when Russia going to send its missiles, China, Italy, Japan, North Korea, South Korea, the allies of the NATO and the EU, all right, when they're finna send their missiles over here to America, like, this going to be the mindset of these Edomites, man.
Yeah, go hide.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to be wanting to hide, and then they're trying to seek death. Read that again. They're trying to seek death right here, man. Go ahead, Doc. Why would it say? They're trying to seek death, man. Go ahead.
Revelation 6 and 15. It says, and the kings of the earth, and great men, and rich men.
Yeah, because who is the kings of the earth? Remember, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, right? So that's trying to let you know the kings of the earth talking about who the so-called white man is, the elites. All right, but this their agenda. When they start to see they kingdom going down. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. They're going to be panicking, man. Go
It
ahead,
says, and rich men, and chief captains, and mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
All right, but what they say, though?
Verse 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us.
See, they want the mountains to fall on them. So basically, they try to commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? Why though? Go ahead.
Fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne.
Now, who sit on the throne? When you go back to Daniel, the chapter speak about the Most High, right? Sit on the throne, right? Then I also speak about Yahweh Shah too, right? So he that sit on the throne is talking about the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Go ahead, now who else though?
And from the wrath of the Lamb.
Hey, who's the Lamb? But it said the wrath of the Lamb. All right, we understand Yahweh Shah is the Lamb, but he's not gonna meet you as a man this time. He come back that what? That lion, man. So it said hide us from the wrath of the Lamb. That's how you know it's talking about the Son, Yahweh Shah, man. Go ahead.
For the great day.
For that what? Great day is known as the dreadful day of Yahweh Shema Shah. Why is it a great day? Because the kingdom of heaven is going to be established, man. You know, Esau going to be taken out of power. That's a great day. We ain't got to worry about the devil no more, these so-called white people no more, stank-ass white people, you know, ruling over us. We ain't got to worry about it no more. You know what I'm saying? It's a great day. You know, it's a beautiful day. You know, go ahead.
For the great day of his wrath is come.
Right, you see that? It is come. It ain't came yet, but it's coming. That's why it's written, though it tarry, wait for it, but it shall surely come. See that? Why? Because it's a set measure. The Lord had this to be set and to be fulfilled. And we living in that times, man, as time progressed, as in World War III being brewed up, man. Go ahead.
And who shall be able to stand?
Right, who gonna be able to stand that day? Though the Lord have put the power on them to stand, man. It's known as the elect. Because it's written in Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2, the righteous says scourge will be saved. See, it's gonna be a time we're gonna be like, man, come on, you know, like we ain't gonna make it. You know, but the Lord gonna put the spirit on the elect to what? To be preserved, man. You got precept? Go ahead.
This is Amos 9 and 2. Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them.
Right, they dig into hell because look at all the shit they building and trying to you got the underground bunkers east side. I told you I had saw it on YouTube. Man, I think 2,000 foot. You know, he got a whole fucking underground hotel, man. I'm talking about, bro, that motherfucker nice, plussed out. Everything that you want is in this hotel. But it go down in leverage though. It's like a level to every one. But they got everything you want in that motherfucker. Like, you ain't got to come back on top of the city because everything is in the underground bunker.
Yo, he got bunkers. I forgot where it's at. Like, I want to see. Huh? Nah, I'm talking about it's somewhere in Greenland where all the seeds, the plants, the herbs, the fruit, it's a whole bunker. Like millions of seeds.
Yeah.
Just for that. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, as Esau, he adopted that rise from the ashes ideology, going into the phoenix, which the phoenix is really an eagle. But if you pay attention to like X-Men, you know, I think that this Jean Grey, when she passed, like her alter ego came back as the Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? But it represents them coming back into power, which that's not gonna happen.
Right.
Because they gonna come back on Earth with chains around their neck. When they come up out of them underground bunkers, they gonna be put in chains, in shackles. But we'll jump there in a minute. Go ahead and finish it.
Yeah, it say Amos 9:2.
That's Psalms 149.
Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them.
Yeah. So they're trying to escape.
See, then shall my hand take them. You got it.
Yeah, because the hand represents Yahweh Shai first and foremost.
Right.
And the angels.
Hey, to you Christians, how can you dig into fire?
Right. Read it again.
It said, though they dig into hell,
Though they dig into hell,
thence shall my hand take them.
but my hand shall take them.
Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down.
Yeah, now you mean tell me all the digging that's been going on around the planet Earth and nobody made it to hell yet?
Anybody seen Satan yet?
Right. But when you go into geology, what's the geology? I think that's the study of the Earth. They can tell you that the center of the Earth is, the core of the Earth is fire.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Then you go into the atmosphere. It's water. You know, the Earth is bothered around water. You know, that's why I say, read that again. Speak about the depth of the sky. Let me go back to it. It says they dig into hell, but then it says they go up to.
Amos 9:2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them.
Right.
Though they climb up to heaven,
Right, so they climb up to heaven, going to his space station.
Yep.
All right, cause it was written. If he could discern the sky,
If he can number the
yeah,
stars
the number
of
of stars, and then the depths of the sea, then the Lord was what he'll renounce Israel.
Right.
But that's the Lord being sarcastic though. Because the Lord knows this devil can't do it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But that's just the Lord, all right, showing his power, man. All right, go ahead, Doc.
yeah, that's it.
I heard that song.
Yeah, get that Psalm 149.
Done. This
I
song,
got something.
Psalms 149, I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, for the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, taketh pleasure in his people.
Get Jeremiah now. Go ahead.
He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand.
And the saints represents the Israelites. Not free course. Go ahead.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
To execute vengeance upon these other nations.
Right.
Edom, Moab, all the nations that we read about in Psalms 83.
Done.
They said they was confederate, they consulted together against us. Guess what? Vengeance is going to come down upon their head. Right? And the Lord, who you know is Jesus Christ, when he comes back, all of his people that join hand with these heathens, they're going to get judged first. And see, the Lord, he ain't worried about Edom and these other nations. That's not his first order of business. Right? So, when it's speaking of the saints right here, it's talking about the elect. That's why when I always hear you say the saints, I make sure, hey, it's really talking, the saints is really the elect.
Right.
Even though the saints is another name for Israel, but really the saints is the elect.
Yeah, because you know when Christianity speaks about the saints shall march in the kingdom.
Right.
Who preserved for the kingdom of heaven? The elect.
But when you go into that word saints, it means faithful ones.
Yeah.
So the faithful ones are the elect.
Yeah.
Right.
2/3 don't got the faith. They just like the heathen. So when it said let vengeance be executed upon the heathen, don't think that excludes you niggas who said let the Lord's blood be upon us.
Yep.
You're the first order of business to be judged when the Lord comes back.
Oh, yeah, those started the house of Israel.
That's it. That's it.
It says, Psalms 149:7.
Why you niggas playing with the mark of the beast? You know, while you playing with the prophecy,
Playing with the name.
when you playing with the name,
Yeah.
oh, now all of a sudden, we don't hate Esau. Hold on. Give me Psalms 139 and 22. You stay where you at, Give me Psalms 139 and 22. Hold on. You got guys out here teaching that we don't hate Esau.
Now, just wait. This Psalms 139
21. Start 21.
and 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee.
Hold on. Do not I hate them, Lord, who hate thee.
Right.
And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee?
Am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? You're talking about these people blaspheme the Holy Spirit. When we went into Job 9 and 24, that is an act of blaspheming the Holy Spirit.
Right, bro.
You went into the holy temple and defiled it and profaned it and cut swine flesh and had orgies in the Lord's temple. That's blasphemy, man. And you mean to tell me the Lord ain't gonna get on the nigga ass today to talk about they don't hate these motherfuckers?
But you gotta remember, nature itself teaches you that. All right, and you have a best friend, and here it is, he bipping with the nigga on the other side of the street, and you're not gonna be with the nigga on the other side of the street. So my enemy is what? Your enemy.
The Lord say he that is not with me is against me.
Exactly. So here it is. We got the same enemy as Yahweh Shema Shah.
And see, that's why these dudes gotta be exposed, man. Like the scriptures say, they subvert whole houses. Y'all got free courts. It's y'all world. It say they subvert whole houses, right? And their mouths must be stopped.
Yeah.
When you look at these different Israelite groups and the things that they teach and the doctrines that they teach, you go in the scriptures, it don't add up, man.
Add up at all, bro.
Matter of fact, the brother brought out a beautiful precept today. Brother Kaya, right down in New Orleans, in the book of Job. It says, it talks about the ear trying the heart. The ears try your heart, man. So when you hear these things that these different groups speak, you can see that their mind is not towards the Most High. So King David was a man after the Most High's own heart. We read King David right here in Psalms 139. Do not I hate them that hate thee? The first order of business was to put Esau Edom, the nation of Edom, to death, to wipe them out. But that day ain't come yet, but it's coming.
That's right, bro.
Go back, bro. Read that again. We're gonna go back to Psalms 149.
You want Psalms 139 again?
Yeah, read that again.
This Psalms 139 and 21. Do not I hate thee, O Lord, that hate thee? Am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? 22. I hate them with a perfect hatred.
See, I hate them with a perfect hatred.
But according to Christianity, we're supposed to hate.
Right. I love everybody.
Right. Come on, hell, hate in your heart.
Well, let's get Ecclesiastes the third. Let's get Ecclesiastes the third chapter.
There's a time for everything, right?
See, there gotta come a time where our people stop listening to what everybody telling them concerning the judgment of the Lord.
That's right. That's right, bro.
You love God, but you don't know what love is. Love is the keeping of His commandments.
Right.
And the Lord said we supposed to hate our enemies,
He said hate the good. I mean, hate the bad and love.
hate the evil and love the good.
Yep.
You know? But now, Jake ain't read that one though.
Yeah.
He said, I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them my enemies.
Bam, he count them what his enemy.
Right.
Yeah, they the Lord's enemy, they our enemy, man.
Right.
Now the thing about it is, when you're dealing with love and hate, there's conditions and there's levels.
There's levels, that's right.
There's levels to love and hate.
Right.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Because in the same context, when you go in the New Testament, it say, love thy enemy. But that's talking about your brother. Now there's a specific type of love that I'm gonna have towards a brother in the truth versus a nigga in the world.
Right.
Jake, like, you know, we ultimately we love all our people. But the Lord say, who is my brother? And who is my father? Who is my sister?
Those that do the will.
Those that do the will.
That's right.
So that's a level of love that you don't compromise at all. You don't go, you go to every extent. I'm trying to find the words. Like, you don't spare no expense. You make whatever sacrifice you can make for those brothers.
Somebody say, forgive me 7 times 7.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You know?
Yeah.
The scriptures say, honor thy mother and thy father. Right? But in the same scripture, it say, whoever don't hate their mother or their father, right, is not worthy of me. Now, what's an example of that? I love my mama to death, but I ain't gonna eat no goddamn crab cakes. I don't care how good she make it. I don't care how much time she put in putting together 100 baked ham. That motherfucker ain't gonna get one slice cut off of it for me.
Right.
Going to
Come
love
on,
less.
I love slave eater. Boy, used to love it. Yeah, I used to.
Yeah, that's what my mom used to tell my ass. We like love less.
Till I found out when I do that, it shows that I hate the Lord.
That's it.
So it's levels, obviously, to love and hate.
Right, bro.
And the Lord said, if you don't keep his commandments, you don't love him. Let's get it, bros.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter. Then we're going to jump back to Psalm 49.
Come. Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 7. It's a time to rend and a time to sow.
Yep.
A time to keep.
Read one and jump.
Okay, good.
Yeah, read one and jump.
Alright.
Because you gotta have one to set it. That's the foundation. You gotta have one to set it.
Alright, this is Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven.
Yeah, to everything there's a season and there's a purpose to everything under the heaven. There's a time and a season and a purpose. For as judges, we supposed to know the time and the purpose and the reason for everything. I don't pig.
Right. Jake cussed the pig out.
Right.
The pig ain't did
The pig is a beautiful creature for
Right.
what its purpose is.
Yeah.
It's the natural garbage disposal of the earth.
Right. Let him do what he supposed
Let
to
him do what he do.
You don't
I
eat
don't
them.
hate the crab. I just hate to eat the crab.
Right.
You see, it's a purpose for that shrimp, catfish, for the
Yeah.
because though they be deemed abominable,
Right.
Bottom feeders.
they only deemed abominable for eating.
Right.
They're not. The creature itself is not abominable. The creature itself is pure in its purpose.
Right.
But how we use it can be abominable.
It says, jumping down, Ecclesiastes 3 and 7, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak.
Right. So we gotta know the judgment of the Lord on every aspect of everything that we do. Right? Now you can jump down to 8.
All right, verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate.
A time to love and a time to hate. So that's why when you read the scriptures and you see in one precept it'll say hate, and another precept it'll say love.
Right.
Well, you got to be able to discern between the two and apply it accordingly.
Yeah. Right, bro.
Because that's the judgment of the Lord works in a balance. That's how it works.
Yeah.
All things are 2 against 2. Good against evil, light against darkness, right?
That's the balance of the Lord.
That's how the Lord balances everything out. And the Lord's about to balance the earth back out by destroying all the wicked, beginning with his own people. They gotta go first. And then these heathens, beginning with Esau, Edom. So it's gonna speak about war, right?
It says a time of war and a time of peace.
So if you got the spirit of the Lord, you can identify what time we're living in right now. What time would y'all brothers say we're living in right now? The time of war. Brother said end time. the apocalypse,
Yep.
Armageddon.
Saying it.
You see it. And the Lord gave us all the signs to show us what time we are living in.
Hey, bag you up. 2nd Ezra 9. As it said, measure the time diligently in itself. You gotta understand what time we living in.
We,
man.
we really only had 40 years of peace as a nation.
Yep.
You want to be, you know, the time where Solomon,
King Solomon ruled.
yeah, when he ruled, that was the only, you know,
Peace we had.
that's really the only time of peace we had. And the 4 represents mercy, you know. But that was, the reason why we had that time of peace is to see how a well-ordered kingdom is supposed to be operating.
Yeah, but that was prelude.
And because it was, the way that King Solomon's kingdom was maintained was through what? Wisdom. Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom. The way he prayed, he was like, hey.
Etymology, wisdom, right quick. I know you got it. You got
No,
it.
I'm saying that's what he prayed for. He prayed for wisdom.
Oh, Salah. Brother, etymology, wisdom. You got it.
Nah, I had something real quick.
Go ahead.
Hey, this is the number of years America has been at war. All right, out of 239 years, America's been at war 222.
That's it.
93% of the time.
93% of the time, since this so-called country been established, right? It's been at war. Come on, man.
It ain't never been a time of peace here.
When they was not in war.
Yeah, it says when they it says
Out of 239 years,
right.
it's been in war 222.
222
So,
years.
thir-
they've been
so,
at war.
thir- so 13 years
13 years.
without them being in war. I won't even say that's
I
peace.
wouldn't even say that because
Yeah,
you got the brewing to do. You know what I'm saying? The back and forth conflict. Then also war started. So I wouldn't even say 13 years.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
In them 13 years, still wasn't no peace.
Still was a peace.
They were looking for some
Still
shit to
was
get into.
rumors of war.
Yeah.
You know.
And this the thing. It's always going to be a war on the earth as long as the rightful heirs, the lords of the earth, are not in the dominion seat. As long as Israel is not ruling, there's going to be war on earth. You see? Want me to prove it? Let's get the prophecy. Isaiah the 2nd chapter. I had called for something. Wisdom. Get that real quick, right? Load Isaiah the 2nd chapter.
This is wisdom in the online etymology dictionary. It said knowledge,
And Micah the 1st chapter.
learning, experience, judicial sentence.
What it say, Salaki, brother?
It say wisdom, knowledge, learning, experience.
See? So, when you read Ecclesiastes the 3rd chapter, the 1st verse, that's talking about wisdom. Knowledge, learning, and experience. Because you gotta have all 3 for it to truly be wisdom. If you ain't, because you can soak up the knowledge, but until you actually go through something, you're not gonna really obtain the wisdom.
You never experienced it.
Yeah. So again, that reign when King Solomon was on the earth, that was for us to see.
It was a spirit.
That was an experiment. That was the experience. That was the experience.
Yeah, what's forth to come, and this kingdom that's gonna be set up.
And how wisdom governs a kingdom.
There you go.
It say
So King Solomon is Yahweh Shah.
That's it. Yahweh Shah.
So that's all it was. It was just a prelude to how the kingdom of heaven gonna be ran on earth. Man.
That's it.
It say it's a compound word from wise and dumb.
Wise dominion.
Yeah, that's it.
Wise domain.
Because wise means one, prudent, discreet, having the power of discerning and judging rightly. Well,
7771.
Yeah, very wise.
then it say from dumb, it said judgment. So that's pretty much it.
Hey, when they say that in Ecclesiastes, wisdom bringing forth what? A kingdom. You know? Start with who? Yahweh Shah, man.
Yeah.
You know? Because that's how it's gonna be ran with the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding of who? The heavens. It's gonna be played and displayed where? On earth, man. That's why it's gonna be that natural order. Everything gonna be set right. Why? Because as it is in heaven, it's gonna be what? Played out on earth, man.
Because we, at this current moment, we're not in the kingdom
We're not.
of the wise.
Yeah.
We're in the kingdom of the wicked.
And this,
Right.
the scripture say this wisdom,
The wisdom of this world is foolishness with
Yeah.
the Most High.
That's right.
Right? Because the wisdom of this world is wickedness.
That's right, bro.
So, again, the point I was making about the earth is going to always be at war unless the Israelites are in the dominion seat, the dominion of wisdom, right? So he got the precept, right? Isaiah 2, and we're going to get Malachi 4. No, Micah 4. Go ahead.
Start at the top.
Yeah, start at the top.
This is Isaiah 2 and verse 1. It says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that mountains of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai's houses of Salakia house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it.
Oh, let's do the kingdom of heaven. It said all nations shall flow into it. When you go into Isaiah 14,
yeah.
Isaiah 14 and 2. You start in 1 really. You know, just to back you up on that, but go ahead.
It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the Lord, Salakia, and the word of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai from Jerusalem.
Now, example of the law now going forth with these people claiming to be the Israelites, right? The chosen people, is that they got Pink City, they got Tel Aviv. They well into a wall.
Right. Praying.
Right? Now, the Lord said when he put us in our land, when he gathered us and put us in our land, we shall all be righteous from the least to the greatest.
Yep.
We shall, every one of us is going to be right. So when you question them so-called Jews over there, why they wailing and praying to the wall, they say, well, oh, those are not the Christian Jews. Those are the, you know, yeah. I forgot what the fuck they call them.
Ashkenaz.
Yeah, Ashkenaz. You know, those are not the Christian Jews.
Right.
But hold on.
But this book,
It's only one type of Jew.
Right.
Hey, John 4 and 24. John 4 and 22 through 24. Grab it real quick. Real quick. We gotta go back, so just let them read this and jump back. I don't want to get off topic. I just wanted to bring this. This is the only type of Jew there is right here. You got it up?
you said John 4 and 22?
Yeah, go ahead. You jump back to where you was at. Salah.
Oh, okay. Go back and read.
Go back where
again.
you was at. Just go back where you was at. I want this point right here.
This John 4 and 22,
Salah.
you worship, you know not what.
Ye worship, ye know not what. They're over there wailing to a wall. Right? Like the Lord was telling this Samaritan bitch, you not an Israelite. You're not a Jew. That's what he basically was telling her. He was rebuking her ass. Go ahead.
You worship, you know not what.
Ye worship, ye know not what.
We know that, it's like we know what we worship.
We know what we worship.
For salvation is of the Jews.
Yeah, and we don't pray to a wall. When you see us turn and face the east and this ragged ass wall from this building right here, we don't give a fuck about this building.
Yeah.
We turn it towards the east facing Jerusalem, towards our Lord, man, as we're commanded to do.
Right, bro.
Them motherfuckers be over there.
To a wall.
Go ahead, bro.
That's right.
But you know what they're doing though? They really been a mock, because when you go into Deuteronomy 28 and 64, they said our people gonna serve unto gods wood and stone.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, they proclaim to stand against the stone and bow down to it. You know, think they the people.
Yeah.
You know? But nah, nigga, you don't fit the fucking curses, man.
Right.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Finish out.
You want to finish that?
Yeah, you gotta keep going.
John 4 and 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
There you go. So you
For
gotta
the Father
You got to worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. So the true Jews, the true worshipers, the true Israelites must worship the Lord in spirit and truth. Go ahead.
For the Father seeketh such to worship him.
Right. And that's what's going on right now. Even going back 2,000 years ago when our Lord said the time is now, because that's what he came for. He was coming to gather together the true worshipers. Right? Unfortunately, we had to go through another process of falling away, losing our heritage, being beat the hell out of, our heritage being beat out of us. Okay? So that the Spirit of the Lord, the Comforter, can come to us and bring it back to us again. Because prophecy got to play out. No matter what we want, prophecy got to play out, man. You can't force prophecy. That's what them gutter rats did. They come up with this goddamn this so-called declaration. I had another the damn Balfour, right, to try to get themselves rights to that land. Well, guess what? Let's look up the war in that land since the Balfour Declaration.
So
before we get to this next point in Isaiah the 2nd chapter, I want y'all don't already know, just keep up now. Now let's look up how long was it before war broke out after the Balfour Declaration? How long has the state of Israel been in war? You can Google that too. How long has the state of Israel been in war? Since it started. You got free course. Go ahead.
Let's see.
It said
go ahead, whoever got something first, go ahead.
It says since 2006, what is that? Hamas?
Yeah, Hamas.
Hamas and Israel have fought 4 wars, the most recent in 2021. The two parties that engage in direct negotiation are Israeli government and Palestine Liberation Organization.
All right, so y'all heard that, right? Since 2006, and the latest was in 2021. All right, let's see what that's in the prophecy. Go ahead, keep going. Keep going. Now you can jump back to, unless you see something else, jump back to. You got an article?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
It said from Wikipedia, the list of wars involving Israel. This is a list of wars involving Israel since its declaration of independence in May 1948. The state of Israel have fought and won 8 recognized, of course.
Read up.
It said have fought and won 8 recognized wars with its neighbor Arab states.
Yeah.
So it says since 1948.
So since 1948, it's been eight wars that they so-called won, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
1948 Arab Israeli war.
The same year.
Yeah.
The same year, war broke out. The same night, to be exact. Go ahead.
1950s through the 1960s.
1950s through the 1960s.
Palestinian Fidean urgency. I'm saying that right. The Palestinian War. The Suez Crisis, October 1956. The Six-Day War, June 1967. The War of Attrition, 1967 through 1970. The Yom Kippur War, October 1973. It's a lot, huh?
So y'all hear that, right? All right, now let's get to judgment.
Hey,
let's read the prophecies.
Isaiah 2 and verse 4. It says, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
Neither shall they learn war anymore.
Neither shall they learn war anymore. So clearly, somebody don't fit this prophecy. Some ain't adding up. Because again, once Israel regain that position of sovereignty on the earth again, right? Then the earth is going to be at peace. That's why I say matter of fact, when nations go to war, that's when there's the most mourning, because there's casualties, there's death in high numbers, right? The scriptures say in Proverbs, when the righteous are in authority,
Proverbs 29, I was just thinking that.
yeah, the people rejoice. And when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So you seeing, when you put all of this together, you go through the history, you look at prophecy.
The scriptures.
The scriptures telling you plain as day what's what and who's who.
A bastard should dwell in Ashdod.
A bastard should dwell in Ashdod, bro. You know? Now, because even when you deal with that bastard, right, a bastard is treated like a fatherless child. When you look at, which Esau was the seed of Isaac, but he pretty much got treated like a bastard because Jacob got the blessing, got the inheritance. Now in the kingdom, the firstborn get the blessing, get the inheritance. You know? Not to say that the princes under the firstborn aren't royalty, but they don't get the inheritance that the firstborn gets. But he gave Esau an inheritance, but the inheritance that he gave Esau was for him to destroy himself. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Now, I ain't forgot about Psalm 149, because that's what's gonna get his ass destroyed. But all of this is linking up, right? Identifying who he is, as we read Job 9:24 earlier. All right? The sword and deception is what he's ultimately lived by. And the Lord said the deceived and the deceiver is his. So the most deceived soul on the planet is really Esau. Esau Edom is because he's the one that the Lord set up to deceive, yet in his own work of iniquity, he's deceived himself. Because he really think he gonna keep his kingdom alive. He really think he is the Most High. So a man that think he's the Most High, there's no humbling him. Because nobody humbles the Most High. So if you fancy yourself the God of the earth, can't nobody rebuke you. That's why the Lord let him get away with his wickedness for so long. Hey, he's the Terminator, man. But the Terminator's gonna get terminated.
That's
you see?
right.
Go ahead, bro.
You got something?
Because the scriptures pulling off them shades and letting us look right in your goddamn eye. See right into your soul, and we understand what the Lord said. Your soul is not upright in you, man. Go ahead, bro.
Going back to Psalms 149 and verse 6.
Oh, Salah. Well, we can get it. Brothers, read to link up with Isaiah the 2nd chapter. Read Micah the 4th chapter. Right? Okay.
Micah 4.
Yup.
This is Micah 4 verse 1. It says, but in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it.
Right. So look up the biggest festival in Israel. What is the biggest festival in the state of Israel? Yeah, I just want to see what the Google guy gonna say. The prophecies say all nations gonna flow into the mountain of the Lord. All nations gonna flow into it, right?
That's the way.
What are the biggest festivals? It might not be number one, but some telling me that's got to be the number one festive event over there. Because it's the biggest. If it's not the biggest, it's between the one they have in New York, I believe, and the one over there.
Let's see, Passover coming up.
You know that.
Let's say better than what.
Put in worldwide, the biggest worldwide festival in Israel. Esau probably watching the feed, trying to go and change the Google algorithm and shit. Oh, they're exposing us. Hurry up. Matter of fact, cut the feed.
They did that to the elder apostle this morning.
Cut his feed.
Yeah, well, it was like 1 hour after his video. I had 1 minute left in the video. They just cut off.
Just cut off.
Stop watching, man.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. We probably put it down at the bottom of the algorithm somewhere so it don't pop right up.
Yeah, it keeps saying fast.
But just did you type in biggest in the world?
That's a worldwide.
The biggest worldwide festival?
In
The biggest,
Israel.
yeah. Oh, just type in Tel Aviv, Pink City. I forgot what
How you spell
Telviv, which that's where it's at. I don't know what the festival actually called. Oh,
it's in October the 19th.
October 19th, so it's coming up,
Yeah.
right?
2023 called International you know what
International.
It is. Yeah, International Community.
They had one in June, though.
They having another.
Now, June is Gay Pride Month.
No, they had one in June, too.
No, but the festival is called Japer. Hold on. Now, what's the name of the festival?
It says the Tel Aviv International LGBT,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah,
film festival.
yeah. The Tel Aviv Alphabet Film Festival.
Right.
They had another one there. They had one back in June, too.
Yeah, but that's just for Pride. You know, June is Pride Month,
Yeah.
right? What it say about that festival, though? Let's see what it say about that festival. Let's see what facts they give you about that festival.
I don't even want to click on this shit.
It's all right. It's an expose.
Alright, it says the Alphabet Festival, Film Festival is once a year in Tel Aviv. It is a cultural event
I
that
can't hear
brings.
you, huh?
It says it is a cultural event that brings together audiences with Israeli and foreign filmmakers. The festival has unique screenings. I mean, I gotta go deeper.
It's dark, man. It's dark, man. You gotta go down there rabbit hole.
It says,
Read the judgment aloud. Now read it aloud.
the festival also holds various workshops and special projects.
Huh?
I don't know what that shit is.
Keep going,
Another
Doc.
one.
Let's keep going.
It says,
Keep going. You already know what it is.
since festival emphasizes and encourages original Israeli creations and offers the audience plenty of systematic events all about tolerance and pluralism in Israel society.
Tolerance. Hey, the Lord said there should be no sodomites. Get that law right quick, huh? Nah, you stay there, bro. Let Levi get it. I'm waiting to see how grand, because you know, whenever they tell you about something, they gotta tell you how grand it is. I know they're gonna make it sound good and appealing. Got it up, no sodomites.
So Leviticus 20. That ain't what it's on, right?
Yeah.
Leviticus 20 and 13. Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed abomination. They should surely be put to death. The blood should be upon them.
Yeah, that ain't what I wanted, but that's the law though, right? But also it tells you there should be no sodomites.
Can I find out what
But go ahead, Doc. Go ahead, Yakanon.
I That was really it, bro. We just talking about now. It said the festival program venue, artists line up, information.
Deuteronomy 23 and 17. Yup. Yup. Okay, we can drop that. Get to the scripture. But you see it say that it's international and it includes so you got them so-called Jews over there. They engaging in it. Come on, man. Now when we read Isaiah the 2nd chapter, it said the law did it not say that the law shall go forth out of Zion? It said the law shall go forth out of Zion. Now Deuteronomy is the second book of the law. We read Leviticus. Now we read Deuteronomy 23 and 17. Go ahead, Anna.
This is Deuteronomy 23 and 17. There should be no war on the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Nor a sodomite of the sons. See? That's the law. So you ask yourself a question. When you read Isaiah the 2nd chapter, is the law going forth over there? No. As a matter of fact, like the book of Habakkuk says, yeah. It said wrong judgment proceeded. All right, the law never go forward, therefore the wrong judgment proceeded. So the judgment for a sodomite is supposed to be what? Be put to death. And that's why when the Lord comes, it's going to be a whole lot of it. As he said, as a drop compared to a wave. All right? There'll be many more of them that perish than shall be saved. Guess what? This Jake's going over there to that shit too. This Jake's over there in that shit. Go ahead, bro.
This is the NOT, Leviticus 20 and 13. If a man practices homosexuality.
Hey, that's what the scripture say, ain't it? That's what the Bible say. NLT, y'all gonna ban the NLT? Go ahead.
Having sex with another man is with a woman. Both men have committed a detestable act. They must both be put to death.
Now how can a country that supposedly established itself upon this book?
Swear on it. Swear on it.
Yeah, swear in on it.
Swear in on it.
Hold on. If I'm not mistaken, Obama,
Hey, you know
he
he
swore
He got
in.
exposed, bro.
Hey, you know he
Edomite.
the news now.
Yeah. Those are
I know.
Edomite.
He said he the first LG president.
Oh, so he
That's not it. That's
oh, so
not
now he claimed. Well,
Yeah, he said
what he saying? He the first, or he the first one to make it.
No, he the first one because he had, relationship.
That's
That's
not
been
it.
in
Oh, so Michael.
Instead of Michelle.
So what we was thinking all along.
There was an Edomite that said he got it. Another Edomite got Obama. Yeah, he came out and said it.
Ain't that about it?
Well,
He'll have like anyway.
now y'all see, once Obama got in office, how that LGBT shit just took off, and all them niggas,
Yeah.
Obama, that's my president.
My president is black.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're stupid.
Hey, but look, hey, remember, like I said, this real quick.
Obama him ain't right.
So we
Push.
to account what hell, death, and funeral, what happened to him.
Damn. Push.
He was cursed. So why he looking for his bottom nakedness, man? Let's start with that. A couple chicos.
He got the other one.
Yeah, think so.
Let me finish this. It said they must both be put to death, for they are guilty of capital offense. It said capital offense.
Hold on, what?
Yeah.
Read that part again.
Hey, they must both be put to death,
They must both be put to death.
for they are guilty of a capital offense.
That's the law for the rainbow community.
Wait a minute, hold it.
Now they having a fucking festival. They celebrating it, worshiping that abominable marketing it.
Oh, that Israel had that parade.
Yeah, what we were just going into.
You know the eyes of the Lord is constantly over there. know, that's his
They
church.
used to have the same thing. Pride Month.
Well, they have Pride Month. They have a festival over there for
Yep.
Pride Month.
Yep.
But then they got a
Right.
festival coming up
Yeah.
next month. That's the big. That's the international sodomite festival. And then they have one in New York too.
I ain't know
Because
about
the two biggest ones be one over there and be one in New York. Goddamn freak show.
Yeah. That's how it is.
Now the Lord say the law shall go forth out of Zion, man. Go ahead, bro.
All right, hey, this is Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and Salaki that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put sweet Salaki, say, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." So that just lets you know, man, how the mindset of these people are, man. They putting that shit out there like this is what it is, man.
You know, like
This
we
the
all-
way. This is what to follow.
Yeah,
This is normal.
Yeah, this is him. You know?
And which you even think about that shit. That shit is sickening.
And they say the Lord loves everybody.
Come on, man.
But here it is, throughout the scriptures, the Lord telling us, you know, not to do that, man.
Right.
Made
Animals
for-
don't do that, huh?
It was made for example. Let me get Jude. Let me get that Jude. Hold on.
And you know these elites, they be having agendas set to take place. They be planning shit for years.
Yeah.
You think they don't know goddamn Obama and Hamite?
Yeah.
All the time, bro.
They like the elites, man, they know the scriptures. Like they know the Bible. Like it say, even Satan.
Change the age of life.
Yeah, even Satan presents himself as an angel of light, man. So he know what pieces to put in what positions.
Yeah,
That was strategically done. Like they was knowing Obama gonna be the president 25 years before he ever.
Yeah, they graded him for that shit.
Yeah.
When Obama became president, look at how it changed the people's mindset.
And then what he say? I'm not like Michelle's people.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mike.
My people weren't slaves.
Yeah. They'll probably let you know that he was a fucking hell.
Yeah, you know.
When you go in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, it say Ham, the progenitor of the dark races,
Yeah, yeah.
not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes, though.
Yeah, when
And-
you try to
and-
find
and-
the Negroes, you can't find it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Okay, it tell you that in Exodus 11:7.
But it don't tell you which son is the progenitor of the Negro. When you go to Shem, it don't say Shem is the progenitor of the Negro.
Nah, I don't say that.
Because that's a part of them cutting you off as being a people, being a nation. You what we said you is. You came from monkeys.
They'll tell you who the Africans is, but they don't tell you who you are.
You washed up on the shore as a tadpole, you grew legs. You,
Teach you how to speak, nigga.
Hey, but really, when you go to the concept of us being monkeys, look at Esau.
that's them.
They got the lip.
Cavemen walking on all fours,
Yeah.
Running and
It
shit.
really fit them, though. It really
scratching and shit. They got lice.
Eating out each other's hair.
Yeah, eating the lice out of each other's hair and shit.
When you think about the caveman, the caveman is like
That's
what?
what he
Yeah,
do.
like a monkey. Yeah,
Hairy as hell.
uncivilized. No, how you supposed to be? How you supposed to be the elite of all the people? And you come over here running from goddamn persecution your damn self.
Motherfucker ain't took a bath.
Right. Yeah.
A proper bath.
Yeah, teach you how to wash your ass, cook your food, plant your crops. You can't do nothing but destroy. That's all you was designed to do, the son of perdition. That's why your ass need to be put down.
Yeah.
Get that. I will destroy them that destroy the earth real quick. You had something like that? Go ahead.
Now this is Jude 1:7. Even in Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set for an example, suffer the vengeance of eternal fire.
Yeah, and that's a straight mockery of the Most High. You know? This nigga legalized sodomy.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Slap in the face.
On the Bible.
Slap in the face, bro.
You know how Jake, that annoying ass shit niggas be saying, on God?
Oh, God.
That's the same as he saying, on God I'ma legalize.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And he did it.
Hey.
You go go.
But you know what?
That's the trick.
Now the Lord say, at the time of their ignorance, the Lord, the Lord weakened right now. All right, I got you, nigga. See, Ham gonna, I'm telling you, man, Ham gonna be real low level in the kingdom, man. Go ahead.
Psalms 50 and 16, but unto the wicked the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes,
Shit, they low level here. Go ahead.
or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instructions and cast my words behind thee?
That's it. That's it, man.
Nobody really want to be no goddamn African, man.
Nah.
They don't even believe this shit.
Right,
Nah.
back in here.
Fucking
That
hell,
nigga got hate.
who was done?
Yeah. He's just a lost soul.
Cut that shit out, man.
See where that shit going? Look at Sarnetta. Not Sarnetta. What's that
Yeah,
nigga name?
Polite.
Polite. Yeah, look at Polite.
That nigga educated dummy.
That's all it is.
That's all he is. Nigga just educated dummy.
Right.
Nigga know some words. Nigga can speak proper, you know, sound good.
Remember, the wisdom of this word is foolish. Oh, he obtained this wisdom. It still was foolish.
Yeah.
It still was unprofitable.
He mastered the Serpent Tongue University. He graduated from Serpent Tongue University, and he can come out here and he can speak. And sound like he know what he's talking about. Yeah, but if the nigga hadn't have been marking the Lord, see, every time you mark the Lord, you make an example out of him. Look at the nigga now.
Look at you now.
Nigga, you in jail for being a rapist. You should have learned the law, nigga.
We ain't been about it.
Right. You bearing false witness.
No, he did.
Then drug me.
Yeah, because that's what he did. Calling the apostles, rapists, bearing false witness. Every idle tongue that man shall speak, they should give an account for in the day of judgment. That nigga in the cell right now.
That's what it's done.
And the Lord, nigga probably making that nigga had dreams about the moment he ever thought about the same day he was up there walking, talking that shit in front of the apostles. The Lord got his ass having dreams right now about it.
Waking up every day.
Cold sweats.
Nigga saying, cunt.
Big nigga on the bottom bunk right now.
Hey, the apostle called, nigga.
The apostle said Big Rex.
Yeah, Big Rex waiting on him.
Like Craig and Day on Friday
Nigga watch my drawers.
Got Big Damien on the bottom bunk on Polite ass right now.
We gonna watch my drawers.
I watch on the weekend. That's the fear of the Lord, though.
Yeah.
That's the fear of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You see how the Lord did it, too? You know what I'm saying? His words came back on him. What he pushed out on the apostles came back on his ass, man. That's beautiful, man. Good for you, nigga.
Hey, call all your
Call all your
shots.
shots. Don't drop the soap. Yeah, your ass through, man.
Hey,
It's over.
hey, what they say in Proverbs?
Beautiful.
The Lord shall laugh at you.
Yeah. Oh, that's Proverbs 1.
Yeah. When your calamity comes, the Lord gonna laugh at you.
Yeah.
Guess how he laughed? Guess how he laughing at you? Right through us. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, yeah, if I can add, too. If I can add, let's go on to the Lord long suffering.
Yeah.
Because he mocked the apostles many years ago. But you see how the Lord finally about to judge upon him now?
Yeah.
That's why I say because judgment is not executed speedily, it's in the hearts of men to please the lead.
What about 7 years ago?
It's been a minute, man. But this will show you the power you have by Shema Shai. He ain't gonna get you now. He gonna get you away, but you need to respect it. That's the power that he dwells in. Like he's long suffering. See that? So he thought he got away. You know what I'm saying? But no, hey, the Lord brought right back around the judgment there with the same thing he was probably accusing the apostles about. That's the power you have by Shema Shai, man. You know?
This is Proverbs 1 and 24. Because I have called and ye have refused, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof.
Yeah, y'all heard about it. See that the Lord hand is stretched out by the prophets, man. On the highways from the head. As in the thing the prophets say the doors of the pit is open.
Right.
See, this is a form where doors of the pit is open, man. Why? Because the prophets say on the highways from the head. Bid to the marriage. They come in and the Lord house they can fulfill. Be fulfilled. See that? But guess what? It says by people, they're not going to look at this as a chance to opportunity in their lifetime. They mark and scoff at it. They despise it. You know what I'm saying? They look at it as dull or nothing. You know, it's not beneficial to their health or beneficial to their establishment or beneficial to what they're trying to produce in Babylon. They're going to cost them, man. We did it out.
John, this is Proverbs 1 and 25. It says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof.
Yeah.
I will also laugh at your calamity.
Woo.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
Yup. That's the Lord doing to him.
Now you reap what you sow.
Yep.
And then he mocking them to be the apostles first and foremost.
Yeah, through the men of the Lord.
You know, that's what he mocking them.
Yeah, through the men of the Lord. The same man you mock, right, is mocking you back now.
That's it. The Lord called right
The
there.
scriptures say evil men understand not judgment.
Yeah.
You dumbass. You gotta be the dumbest nigga in the history of niggas.
That's why you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Don't say he'll fit that little one.
But you educated though.
Right.
You got some books. You got some books in you. Too bad you ain't got the right one. But anyway, enough of that nigga.
Yeah, that ain't gonna come to nothing.
Nah,
You know?
nah. Like the Apostle Gabar said, boy got 7 years, then 10-year probation. Man, 7 years, this bitch gonna be over.
That's right. That's right.
7 years, this bitch gonna be number floating fire.
That's all it's gonna be.
Flowing fire.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
Smoke. Go ahead.
I had that Revelation 11.
Yeah.
This is Revelations 11 and 18. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou...
The dead is all those that walk without Yahweh Shai. The dead is everybody outside of this truth.
Hey, walk us up.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets.
And that thou shouldest give reward. See, that's a reward for us.
That's right.
Niggas mocking, calling us names, bearing false witness. Then the Lord bring judgment. Hey, that's a reward for us.
That's right.
Because the Lord say, vengeance is mine. I will repay.
Yeah.
You know, we get carnal with them, confront them. Hey man, I heard you call me, you know.
Right.
What's up? No.
Positive teacher.
Because when the Lord gets your lick back, it hit different.
Yeah.
See, we can't get our lick back like the Lord gonna get our lick back.
That's right. That's why he say, hey, vengeance mine.
We can't laugh like the Lord can laugh.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
It says,
But now that's a, if I can say too, that's a testimony, man, that we all see. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta equate that in our daily lives, man. As we go through hell and suffering and persecution, being lied on, being false accused, we gotta let that be an example that the Lord always is gonna avenge us, man. So we ain't gotta take matters to our own hands. Let that be an example. What happened to polite, you know, as he false accused the apostle, let that be an example that the Lord can do it the same way. The Lord can have our back the same way, man. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with our boss, our woman, whoever come against us. Remember, it shall not prosper. The Lord gonna get them, man. We just gotta continue to do what the Lord commanded us to do, and that's to teach, man.
You gotta watch what you say, man.
That's it. Yeah.
Hey, because the Lord ain't polite.
man,
Watch what you say.
Hey, break that down, though. The Lord ain't polite.
The Lord ain't polite, man.
You know, he's not a respectful person, man.
Right.
You know?
Yep. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth, man. You know? And see, Esau ain't taught our people no type of what's the word when dealing with the economy. You know, you talking about a clean economy. You talking about the nigga that dump and spill oil and trash
All in the damn sea.
all in the sea.
All in the sea, man.
They didn't want to come put on a facade like he's so concerned about the economy, man. You go up and down the streets all day long, unless you go to his neighborhood. Man, trash all up and down the damn highway, you know.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit about the economy, man. Deforestation, cutting down the trees, you know. Yeah. You taking all of, the ocean sanitation department, you taking that out,
Eating them up.
bang. About them, like, them motherfuckers don't hold nets down, like Forrest Gump and Bubba Gump.
Yeah.
Shit, that's big business. Shrimp boat captains. You know, then they make it a delicacy, like they make it like a luxury meal.
Well, that's a prison food one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make the food and the things that was designed to clean the earth a luxury food. So people eating it all the time, eating it, and you know,
And it's expensive as fuck.
and yeah.
Man, lobster and crab, boy, you gonna stick up money.
But you know why it's expensive? Because how far they gotta drop them motherfucking nets in the bottom of the ocean
Yeah, to get them out.
to pull that shit up. You see, one thing they ain't lie about it, Forrest Gump, that shit ain't easy. You see how long them motherfuckers was out? Them motherfuckers, the storm had to come. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking Lieutenant Dan had to jump in the ocean and backstroke and shit. They had to pray for that shit to come up, man.
Goddamn it.
Cause that shit don't swim. It walk on the ocean floor. You stupid, degenerate motherfuckers.
That's right.
The Lord said He's gonna destroy your ass, man.
Yeah. Oh shit.
They, you like say, cause they had their purpose. You see on that earth, they had their purpose.
Yeah.
But he destroyed the earth by taking them out of the sea. He destroyed the earth by killing the pigs they could eat. He destroyed the earth that way. You know?
I got to preach something. Hold on real quick.
Go ahead, man. We're gonna end on this Psalm 49 though.
Alright.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 66 and 17. It says, matter of fact, I'm gonna go to 16. It says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with our flesh.
By what?
For by fire and by his sword.
This the indignation mean his righteous anger, man. All right, followed by the missiles. Thermonuclear missiles, man. ICBM missiles. Go ahead.
It says, will the Lord plead with our flesh?
This is the only how he talks. This is the only way he's talking. Go ahead.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Go ahead.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination.
And that tree is symbolic of Esau Edom, man.
Yep.
That's who our people following after. That's who that's what they, everything that our people do that's evil, they really, the source of that shit go back to Esau.
Yeah.
Even if it go back to his spirit all the way to Cain, that tree in the midst of the garden, man.
Yep. That's why I say envy not the oppressor, choose none of his ways. And we see America Babylon standard, they choose all the ways of who Esau, all the ways of the wicked. As meaning our people became more evil and more wicked than what? The wicked.
It says, eating swine's flesh and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. Yep. So going back to
Psalm 149.
Psalms 149. And what was that? I think it
still
was
there.
6, wasn't it?
Nah, you can still up. You get that far into
Did I get
that.
that far? 4? I start back at 4.
Those 3.
3? I start at the top. Start at the top. Read down, I read fast. Start at 3?
Yeah.
Alright. Psalms 149 and 3. It says, let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
And that's why the scriptures say, see, when we do iniquity, it's worse than when we commit sin and do iniquity, man. It's worse than when these other nations do it. It's worse than when Esau Edom do it. Because really, they don't do it.
Yeah, they ain't under the law.
They ain't under the law.
Yeah.
So that's why I say we more wicked than the wicked. Because the wicked doing what the wicked supposed to do.
Right.
We the one in the wrong.
Right. Fucking heathen.
Yeah.
What you expect from
That's
a
why they
heathen?
can eat pork chops. That's why they can eat shrimp and lobster.
Yeah,
and all these. That's why they can eat all these abominable food and not have the health problems that we have.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, let the saints be joyful in their glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Hey, this future prophecy too, man. See, this gonna happen.
Yeah.
As the New Jerusalem come down, this gonna happen, man.
Yeah. Why they all? We coming down and they coming up.
They coming up.
They're coming up out them goddamn bunkers.
Yeah.
That's right, baby.
We coming down and y'all coming up.
That's right, man.
Just so y'all can ask and go back down.
You hear them?
That's right.
Click. They gonna, like you said, they gonna be living luxury. They gonna have all the gold and resources and all the organic seeds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, cause y'all gonna put all it, gonna put everything to use. Y'all, all the tools y'all ass need. So we're gonna take the gold, we're gonna take all the gold and precious stones, and we're gonna sculpt chains and shackles
That's beautiful.
and put them on you motherfuckers.
That's beautiful.
Give me Jeremiah 16. Yeah, diamonds. Oh yeah, cause the diamonds gonna hurt.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
low level. It's a low level stone.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Put a gold chain on the
Yeah.
on the top concubines. Jeremiah 16 is for the hunters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 16 and 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai.
We're in that season now. The Lord got us out here fishing. Go ahead.
And they shall fish them.
Yep.
And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill.
Let the mountains fall on us.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let them fall on us.
That's it.
They shall hunt them from every mountain.
Right.
Right? And it's twofold because he's talking about all these heathen elite,
Yeah, the government.
the governments.
Yeah.
We're gonna take their upper echelon.
That's it.
Only the top notch. You only want the top.
Yeah. That's it. The spoil.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It says from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Where they trying to hide it? The holes of the rock. Put up on the rock. That's how I know talking about Esau.
Yep.
The cave dwellers.
Yeah.
You know?
Go home. Let's go home, man.
Right.
Go back in the holes.
Yeah, that's it. That's where they gonna try to hide it. But when the smoke clears, that's when Psalms 149 gonna come to pass.
It's Psalms 149 and 7. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
So that's why we gonna be hunting. See how that flow right?
Right, yeah, hey,
Peek right back up like we was reading the same chapter.
precept, huh?
Go
To
ahead,
bind
bro.
their kings with chains
Yeah, precept upon precept, bro.
and their nobles with fetters of iron.
Yeah.
To execute upon them the judgment written.
Oh, that's
written.
that's in the law, right?
It
Yeah,
is written.
brother.
Yeah,
bang me up in the law for it, brother.
And it's gonna be
Beautiful.
it's gonna be like fucking nightmare for them knowing we coming. Cause they gonna know we coming.
Yeah.
And they gonna know we coming. If we start hunting them
Be here.
yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah.
The new one.
He's here.
He's here.
You got it? Hey, look, read, it said for the judgment written,
It
right?
says, yep.
Read
yep.
again, read again.
It says,
we gotta get that in the law.
Psalms 149:9, to execute upon them the judgment written.
See, the judgment was written, right? So as I say, lay the law down. Let's get it in the law. Go ahead.
Okay, come. This is Numbers, chapter 24. I can start at 17.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, I shall see him, but not now.
Right.
I shall behold him, but not now.
Right.
There shall come a start of Jacob.
But not now.
Yep. But not now.
Nah.
Nah. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel,
Go ahead.
and shall smite the corners of Moab.
Ooh, so Moab gonna get it too. These
Yep.
so-called Chinese, they ain't exempt from the Lord's judgment. Go ahead.
And destroy all the children of self.
Yeah.
Verse 18. And Edom shall be a possession.
Hold on. Remember, this is a judgment that was written. This is in the law. This is in Numbers. He said Edom shall be what?
Shall be a
Shall
possession.
be a possession. Is it not written that we're going to possess those that possessed us? Go ahead.
And it says, Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do violently.
Right. Yeah. Esau. Israel going to do violence to who? Esau. Go ahead.
Verse 19, out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remain of the city.
There you go. You see that? Because the remaining, the remnant of Esau is going to be those that dwelled in the clefts of the rock. You see that? Go ahead.
Verse 20, and when he looked on Amalek,
Uh-oh. Bringing up Amalek. We spoke of that earlier.
Yeah.
Spoke of Amalek earlier.
The chief house of Esau.
There you go.
Chief house of Edom.
Go ahead.
he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations,
Go ahead.
but his latter end shall be that he is perished forever.
Bam. Bag up there. Read that again. That's the judgment that's written. You see? The judgment is written for Esau to be destroyed. He's going to perish forever, man. All right. Go ahead. By way, what? The thermonuclear missile.
There should be none left of the house of Esau.
As the Lord has spoken it.
Yep.
They speak it through who?
Yeah. So if the Lord got enough hatred to annihilate an entire nation, who the fuck are you to say that you the Lord chosen, to claim that you the Lord chosen, and say that we don't hate Esau?
Right.
What the fuck, man? Like, y'all going backwards, all the way backwards.
So how can they explain the judgment that's written?
Yeah.
It was already written.
I seen them niggas
Esau
today.
be destroyed.
I seen them niggas today on range. I guess
Them in my house again.
yeah, I guess that's their spot.
Hey, earlier, well, she was old, it's like woman, of course. She was talking about, "Dog, what about the guys in purple?" I'm like, nah, that's just like a different organization.
Yeah.
She's like, man, they always, pretty much always in the hood. And
Always in the hood.
she had like a bad vibration about that group.
Yeah, everybody have bad vibration about IUIC, man. You know, IUIC.
They fighting on the block.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, that's how you know Esau is in the midst of their congregation, man. Esau in the midst of that.
You already know.
You know?
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, Esau, man. Controlling that shit, man. But go ahead, but we understand the judgment that's written is Esau to be destroyed, man. As is in the law. And that's the 5 books of Moses right there.
Numbers,
And then the law?
Come.
The law, eh? Go ahead.
Wow. It says Psalms 149:9. It says to execute upon them the judgment written.
Woo!
This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord.
His honor hath all his saints, praise ye the Lord. Revelation 13:9 and 10. Let's get that.
You was going into earlier about pretty much how the saints are really the elect. That's really
That's
what it's
it.
of.
I'm telling you.
But that's gonna be the honor.
That's who gonna get the honor.
Hey, you get the first opportunity. You know? You know.
Look like a cherry, it was a mushroom. Yeah.
You get the first opportunity. Get your hands on the heathen, man. Get your hands on Esau.
It's
The Lord gonna
Revelation.
allow you to be able to do that. So like it, bro. You got it.
It's Revelation 13.
Yeah. Yeah, Revelation 13.
It's Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity should go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Right? This honor hath all his saints. Right? A two-edged sword gonna be the Esau neck. Hey, in the hands of the Lord's elect. You got it, bro.
Yep. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, this was edifying for the elect. We're gonna turn towards the east, give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
All right, give double honors to the elders and apostles at GMS, and salutations and blessings to the items around the world, preaching and teaching the truth. All right, you got it, bro.
Abba,
Abba, Abba,
Abba, the woman,
Abba, the woman,
Abba, the yam,
Abba, the yum,